People are leaving Iowa. But why? What would cause someone to make such a rash decision? Look, I realize Iowa is not the sexiest state out there. We don't have oceans. We don't have mountains. We don't have year-round warm weather. Heck, even on this 97th day of January, I have to admit, we don't even have much sun for days and days on end. In fact, when you look at Iowa's population growth over time as compared to the nation as a whole, we're slow. So that's what makes it all the more upsetting when people decide to up and leave. Was it something we said? Was it the way that we smell? Okay, all joking aside, Iowa may not be a good fit for everyone. So what are the top reasons somebody might decide to pull the plug on Iowa and try their fortunes elsewhere? Well, first off, people definitely aren't leaving for crime or safety reasons, that's for sure. Look at how safe Iowa is. A recent study by Wallet Hub was done where they analyzed personal and residential safety, financial safety, road safety, workplace safety, and emergency preparedness. And they found Iowa to be the 11th safest state in the nation, the safest state in the Midwest, topped only by our neighbor to the north, Minnesota. I mean, what's going on over there, Illinois and Missouri? You need to get yourselves together. I realize Ozark was a riveting series on Netflix, but none of us actually want to live that life. I like my family safe and sound, not systematically hunted down by the long arm of the cartel. Thank you very much. A study by United Van Lines, yes, the freight company that helps people make big cross-country moves, compiled a list of the states that saw the most people move away. The top 5 were New Jersey, Illinois, New York, Connecticut, and California. The most common reason for someone to leave Iowa really isn't as salacious as you might imagine. In fact, it's pretty ordinary. The 2 biggest reasons to move away from Iowa have to be with family and jobs. In fact, leaving the state to move closer to family accounted for 42% of moves. The most popular reason to leave the state was just for a better job, and that accounted for 45% of the moves. Interestingly, the age group most likely to leave the state was older Iowans, age 65 and older. Sounds like they're just looking for some warmer winter weather. If you peruse Reddit, you can take a really deep dive into the uncensored minds of people. There's quite a contingent of people who are vocal about their grievances, and it seems there's a segment of Iowans who are deeply unhappy with the current political climate in the state and how it has, in their opinion, changed the state drastically in the last 15 years. I think the last comment here is quite thought-provoking. Quote, "The grass might be bluer elsewhere, but be careful what you wish for." So what do you think, people out there who've lived in both politically red and blue states? Is one better than the other? I'd love to hear your take on it, politely and respectfully to your fellow human beings, of course. Actually, for the first time in decades, Iowa's net migration was positive by more than 6,300 people, according to a U.S. Census Bureau report that compared states from 2020 to 2022. While that may not sound like a lot of people, our neighbor to the north, Minnesota, saw a net reduction of 17,000 residents during that same time period. So where are people from Iowa most likely to move? According to a Slacker survey, the most popular destination was Illinois. I mean, I guess I can see that because of the job opportunities available in the Chicagoland area, but note that more people actually left Illinois to come to Iowa than the other way around. The second most popular state for Iowans to move to is Nebraska. I'm not sure why. I mean, if there's any state out there that people love to complain about, it's driving across Nebraska. Plus, then you're stuck with the Huskers. Also worth noting, more Nebraskans move to Iowa than the other way around. So there's that. And the third most popular state for Iowans to move to is Missouri. Again, I don't know why. If you have a theory, please enlighten me. All I can come up with is that it's about 10 degrees warmer down there. And rolling in as honorable mention in 4th place as the state most likely for Iowans to move to is Minnesota. You know, that Minnesota, always up there treating us like some sort of red-headed stepchild down here in Iowa land. Why move to Minnesota? Oh, I don't know. They've got better lakes. And just for fun, which state is the least likely destination for an Iowan hell-bent on leaving? It's Maryland. Why? Well, my best guess has to do with property prices and a vastly different pace of life. But I'm curious as to why you think many of those East Coast states are low on Iowans' radar. While Iowa does seem to be making a bit of ground in terms of positive migration into the state, one area that is worrisome has been coined the brain drain. It means our younger adults, after they graduate, are leaving. 34% of Iowa students leave after college graduation for opportunities in other states. There's a lot of great reasons to consider Iowa as your place, and my job is to help people find the right spot to call home. If you need help buying a home anywhere here in Iowa, reach out to me. If you're looking in the greater Iowa City or Cedar Rapids areas, I can help you personally. But if you're looking anywhere else in the state, I would be happy to try to connect you with a great agent who will help you navigate your relocation. You probably have lots of other questions all about Iowa, and I have answers for you. So dig into my Iowa playlist. I'm going to leave it right here at the end of the video. Hey, it's been fun, and I'll catch you later.